I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Nightwing, issue number 3. Raptor, Dick Grayson's new mentor, has no love for the Owls, but does that mean he can be trusted? Let's find out together, shall we, as we hop on into this newest issue. Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, Raptor is standing over a dead body and saying that Dick Grayson is responsible for this man's death. Also, the Earth is flat and there's only 74 episodes of the original Star Trek. Now, when we flash back to the past, we discover that Raptor and Nightwing were dispatched to Scandinavia to get their hands on an important set of blueprints belonging to a prolific maze maker. This dude apparently spent his whole life developing unsolvable puzzles and mazes, so obviously the Court of Owls wanted him to design one for themselves, only now they want to shut the guy up and make sure no one else can get the secrets of their maze. The two are ready to move on the house when they get accosted by none other than Batgirl, who is still upset with Dick having stood her up in the previous issue for their date they were supposed to have in Japan. Barbara thinks Dick is getting in far too deep with the Parliament of Owls, and worse still, she's not exactly a fan of this Raptor guy, but really, who could be, right? Batgirl argues that Dick Grayson is on something of a destructive streak right now. He just got out of doing undercover work for Spiral, only to turn around and go back undercover in the Court of Owls, which he's treating like it's his own personal fight to finish now. Dick swears up and down that he knows exactly what he's doing and that Raptor is a lot more trustworthy than he lets on. Barbara still decides to accompany the two inside the house, which, as you might have imagined, belonging to a famous maze maker, is a gigantic death trap. Luckily, Nightwing is able to call upon training he got in the circus to solve a rather particularly dastardly riddle involving tarot cards. You see, when the dude who owns this house was younger, he got a terrible tarot card reading saying that one day he would be killed by an assassin in the night, so because of that he became obsessed with mazes and made it so no assassin could ever get at him. That is of course until now, because once Dick solves the puzzle, Raptor ends up leaving Batgirl and Nightwing behind to go off and find the owner of the house and seemingly murder him. Not only does Raptor drop the guy, but he's sure to blame Dick for it, saying that he died because of him, etc, etc. Now, I don't think I need to tell any of you out there reading, to borrow a wrestling term, this was all one giant work. The Court of Owls wasn't sure they could trust Nightwing if he wasn't willing to kill people for them, so Raptor and Dick cooked up this whole scenario where it would look like Dick killed a guy when he didn't. This also means the Maze Man is allowed to leave now and live free, the Parliament of Owls thinking he's dead, and Nightwing and Raptor get their own copies of the Parliament of Owls' new super base for them to use in their ongoing crusade against them. Now, while the boys celebrate, Batgirl is the eternal wet blanket, fearing that Dick has finally gone too far this time. He's in too deep and he doesn't know how to get out. Dick argues, hey, Batman's gone too far more than a couple times. He uses fear to manipulate his enemies, and how is this any different? He's just controlling the spit of information, that's all. And I mean, it's not like it's going to be forever, right? Just as long as it takes for Raptor and Nightwing to take out the Parliament of Owls. In fact, their next big break might be coming very soon. Raptor says that if they really want to hurt the Parliament of Owls operation, they're going to have to find a very special book, one wherein they keep names, dates, money, all the sort of dirty laundry that they wouldn't want getting out. Unfortunately, only one man can lead our heroes to that book, but luckily Raptor may or may not already have this guy locked up in a cage in his lair. Nightwing number 3 was another really solid issue. I positively loved the inclusion of Batgirl in this Raptor Nightwing romp, their three personalities rubbing off against each other in an interesting fashion. The book also does give us a lot of stuff to chew on. Maybe Dick is going in too deep. Maybe he does have ulterior motives for chasing this Parliament of Owl thing. Maybe it's not right. The best part is all the arguments presented here in this issue are all pretty strong and no one is more right than another. It is cool to hear Dick's inner monologue. This is a guy who's been fighting crime pretty much his entire life, who gave up his entire childhood to become a superhero, and because of that he's developed some interesting ideas on law and order. He says he would often ask Batman, why do we have to fight crime when we could fight poverty? Is not fighting the sources of crime much more important than just battling the symptoms? Is this a war that could ever reasonably have an end? All very good questions. Overall, I would give this issue a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer? Or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means means, check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.